Seeing the future, locating the vanished Nutley Banker at the most unlikely place. 30-year-old John DeMars of Nutley, New Jersey, was happily married with 2 young sons. He had worked for 5 years as the assistant corporate loan officer. He was considered one of the most highly regarded and honest officers. Friends and family described him as warm, moral, and responsible. On the evening of Friday, December 20th, 1974, he left his office, telling his secretary that he was going home. John left the office with a bank teller print at 4:45 p.m. He habitually called Elaine, his wife, if he was going to be even 5 minutes late. But on this day, when his train stopped in Clifton, he was not on board. He had simply vanished. When he did not return home that evening, his family called the police. Detectives checked hospitals, morgues, and arrest reports. However, they could find no trace of him. According to Detective Lubertazzi of the Nutley Police Department, detectives first theorized that John had embezzled money. However, they did not find anything wrong with the bank. They then theorized that he may have run off with another woman, but they found out that that was not true either. When the police were unable to find any trace of John, Elaine asked psychic Dorothy Allison to help. Detective Lubertazzi went to see Dorothy. He only told her he was looking for an adult male who had been missing for more than 24 hours. Dorothy's first words to Detective Lubertazzi were, "He drowned." She told him that John had fallen off the train and ended up in a river. She said she saw a burned-out building, 2 guys, an ice pond, a row of tires, a little park where children go down a hill on their sleds, a fire engine that children play on, and the numbers 1666 and 222. In her vision, Dorothy saw John in the water and said the area smelled like fish. Finally, she saw a bow and an arrow. At first, Detective Lubertazzi thought she was crazy. He searched various places based on her clues, but was unable to find John. On February 22, 1975, 2 months after John's disappearance, a father and his teenage son went target shooting with a bow and arrow on a cliff overlooking the Passaic River. One of the arrows missed the target and landed a few feet from John's decomposed body, which was floating face down in the river. He was fully clothed, his watch was on his wrist, and his wallet and other personal items were in his pockets. He was identified through fingerprints. John's body was found on February 22. Dorothy had mentioned the number 222. Next to the archery range was a 2 Guys discount store. On the other side of the river was a burned-out factory. Nearby was a park where rows of tires had been arranged to make a sled run, and a nearby river barge had the number 166 on it. The question remained, how did John, a train passenger, end up in the Passaic River? The police theorized that he dozed off on the way home. At 5:40 p.m., the train made an unscheduled stop on the Passaic River Railroad Bridge. The conductor opened the doors to let another passenger off the back of the train. John, still half asleep, thought he had reached his station. He stepped out into space and fell into the river below. In May 1975, John's death was ruled an accidental drowning. Detective Lubertazzi said he felt chills go up and down his spine when he realized that everything Dorothy had said about the case had come true. He had previously been skeptical of her, but now believes she is legitimate.